we all know musicians, bands, we only know two things: how to drive and where to get food from, and sometimes play music. Sometimes.
There's more drive time and food, though. Let's be real.
That's true.
For tour, anyway.
So, with that being said, we're gonna take you back a little with this. I want you to do like a side by side comparison, right? How you ate on tour in the '90s compared to today, right? So, if you were
Wow.
shopping at a gas station, prepping for a long drive to your next show, what would you got then versus now?
Uh-huh. Okay, well that's a pretty easy question because back then literally we'd survive on nothing like ramen noodles. Everyone says that, but that's what it is. Like ramen
Yeah.
noodles and just the cheapest stuff you can find. And every so often you'd get, like feeling special and we'd go out for steak or whatever, a
Ooh,
hamburger.
fancy.
Yeah. But yeah, ramen noodles. And now it's more like you have to be a little more health conscious as you get older, right? So you're like, it's more like, let's get the almonds and the like some good calories. And now we all have jobs. Well, like we all kind of had jobs back then, but now we actually have like jobs that make somewhat of a good living.
Sure.
And so, we can eat a little better and a little more health conscious now. But yeah, it's a pretty big drastic difference actually.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, earlier 2000s touring and, we got a $5 per diem, which back then also was stretched a lot fucking further than it does now. $5 will get you
Oh,
a
exactly.
soda and like a little Debbie, maybe. But
Yeah.
$5 back then, man, I was, got multiple sodas and you could get some McDonald's with that. You had a lot of options,
Yes.
which
And I
is
will say
sad.
too, that it helps having Chef Sean as our bass player
Hmm.
because he's like a world renowned chef. He's as professional as it gets. And so he's always,
Nice.
it takes him 5 seconds on his phone, and all of a sudden he's like, okay, we need to go here, here, and here while we're in town. And the food's always like just phenomenal.